Hi, welcome to Simply Country Cuisine. Well, there's a big trend in homesteading and old-timey foods and stuff, and I know that I've done a biscuit recipe before, but I think I did it with Crisco, and I have learned through trial and error and many flat biscuits that we enjoy biscuits made with butter. I do use Crisco on my skillet, and this skillet was my grandmother's biscuit skillet. It's now gone, let's see, three generations, and I will be handing this down to my daughters. So this is actually my biscuit bowl. When I'm in a hurry, I'll use any bowl, but this is my biscuit bowl. It's wide, it's easier to mix up the flour and the buttermilk. You have always use self-rising flour, and I like White Lily. White Lily is the best flour, I personally think. And your buttermilk, you can use the one with the green top. It's low fat, but add the fat. You're going to eat biscuits with butter anyway, so who cares? Add the fat. I get the one with the yellow top, and make sure your butter is cold. You can even have it frozen, and I'll show you the trick. But super cold butter, because when the biscuits are baking, there'll be little bits of butter in there, and they'll burst into the biscuit. And oh my goodness. Okay, so what I do first is I take my skillet. I always keep a paper towel in here. Get some Crisco. Don't butter your skillet though. That'll cause burn. Make sure the edges are done. And that's the last time you'll use the Crisco in these biscuits. I am going to put a good amount of flour in my bowl. Now I know some wonderful cooks, Brenda Gant, probably Mama Sue, they'll have a biscuit bowl that they'll leave their flour in. You can get you a biscuit bowl and leave your excess flour in it and just add more flour the next time, because once you get all of this out, it's cleaned. 3 of these in there. That's probably about a half a cup, because I'm feeding a family on them right now. I'm making a little well in here. I also am preheating my oven to 450. 450 or 500. You want to cook your biscuits hot and fast. The longer they cook, the heavier and more dried out they'll be. The faster they cook, they're going to be super fluffy. So now you're going to take a whole stick of butter. I'm probably making, I think, about 14 or 15 fit on this pan. We'll have to count them, but I'm going to make a whole pan of biscuits. And I grate my butter into my bowl. Make sure it's super cold. And again, if it's frozen, it even grates better. I don't really have equivalences for anything. I'll just show you what it looks like by feel. I think a lot of times my milk amount will change. It has to do with weather. It has to do with humidity. Don't pre-grate your butter, people. Do it right when you're fixing your biscuits. All right, now I've used this whole stick. I'm just going to kind of break up my butter into this a little bit. Now I'm going to add my buttermilk. Shake your buttermilk. It's all the goodies settle to the bottom. I'm going to start out with probably that much. I don't know what that much is. Adding more. You're going to want your dough a little wet. And if you have leftover dough, I'll tell you, don't save it too long in the refrigerator, but maybe later that day, open up a can of pie filling or cherry filling. They make great fried pies. We'll do that one day. Now I'm going to add just a little bit more buttermilk. So I want it a little bit wetter. I'm going to get all this flour in here. Okay, now you can see that my dough is very wet. And I haven't touched it with my hands because I personally think, I may be barking up the wrong tree, but I think the more your dough is handled with your hand, the tougher it gets. because now my dough is wet, I'm going to flour my surface, which I have already cleaned. Make sure it's super, super clean. Just scoop out your wet dough onto your bench here. Now I am going to get me some flour in my hands. A little bit on top of my dough. And start patting. Now I kind of want my dough to get a little bit drier. But you notice it's still very wet. I'll just scoop a lot out here and pull it off the scoop. Now, this is a trick that I have found making biscuits. As you're doing this, if you would roll your dough over and overlap it several times, so this would be one, and I'll think, well, that's a little bit sticky, so I'll put flour. Now I'm going to do it again. This is creating layers in your biscuit. Every time you fold it over, you are creating another layer. I'm not massaging it too much. I'm just flouring and rolling it in. These are so much tastier and delicious than popping them out of a can. It may take an extra second or two, but you know, get up a little early if you got family over. Get up a little early. Go ahead and get your biscuits made. Put them on your skillet. Cover them up with a tea towel. Let them sit till you're about ready to eat. Pop those babies in the oven. You got fresh homemade biscuits. All right, now you see I've got my dough pliable now. Workable. All right, now I like thick biscuits. So I kind of smash it out to about maybe ½ inch. My finger's an inch, maybe it's an inch. And I use a cutter and just cut those babies out. Place them on your skillet, give them a little love. And I'm going to flour my cookie cutter because it's sticking to my biscuits. And you'll want your biscuits to touch each other in your pan. Don't put them on a cookie sheet and like cookies. Touch them. Okay. Now my skillet is full. Now what I'm going to do now, I have a little bit left here. Maybe I can get one fry pie out of that or whatever. I usually get my little skillet and I'll add the other dough to it. But rub your hands. Don't try and wash them right off the bat because you'll stick to everything. Okay, now I have some softened butter here. I take this butter and I kiss each one of them with some butter. I am going to place these in the oven, and I have my oven set at 450 degrees. And I'll check them in about 8 minutes, 8 or 9 minutes. I like them just really golden on top. And then I take them out, butter those babies up, and we'll have a nice biscuit. So come back and see me in about 8 to 10 minutes. All right. I think I'm going to try this. Which one do I want? I think I'm going to do this one. Oh, look how nicely this comes out of my pan. And it's very hot. Isn't that pretty? And always remember to subscribe, like, and share our videos, and you will be alerted on Wednesday when our next videos come out. Oh, look at the steam coming. And look how fluffy. See how many layers that made? Fold it over, fold it over. Now my knife is hot. It's probably not gonna hold my butter very well, but we're gonna try. See, I knew it. We're gonna give these biscuits a try. Oh, Mm. Mm. Do not make canned biscuits. Make these biscuits. These are so good. So glad that you joined us on this video. And don't forget, this video is a two-parter. We have a biscuit video, and we're gonna have a biscuit and sausage gravy. So the following week, you'll get the sausage gravy. And if you don't have a place to worship, please join us at any one of our Glad Tidings churches. We're one church, 5 location, and boy, is our kids department growing. We're growing so much, we're having to move them to another building. Please come and join us. Your children will have so much fun, and we have such wonderful messages. God bless and we love you.